Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel MF Techno Solution. So in the last lecture we saw that in our Linux practical in an entire course, what all the topics we are going to cover in a further lecture. We saw that topics, all the topics, and in today's lecture we are going to cover the introduction part, okay, and the Linux directory structure, okay. These topics will be on theoretical part. So if you are a beginner or if you want to learn the complete Linux like an administration level, so if you want to work on a DevOps tools, so if you want to learn the Linux, the basic part, so you are in a right place, in a right channel. So okay, so go through our all the lectures and videos. So follow all the videos, and we are going to provide the materials as well. Okay, and do practical yourself, and along with our lecture, follow all the videos and do practical yourself. And I'm sure that you will going to get a hands-on experience in Linux. Okay, so after these two chapters, the next class will be on the basic commands. The complete this remaining all topics are based on complete practical part. So we are going to cover in the next lecture the basic commands. Okay, today our topic is introduction to the Linux and Linux directory structure. Okay, yeah, let's begin. Okay, introduction to the Linux. So we need to know about the Linux. So this is the basic requirement to move further for a practical part. Okay, so what is the Linux? Linux is an open source operating system, and an operating system is a software that directly manages a system hardware and resources. Linux is an open source operating system, means without cost you can download their repository. Okay, you can download the iOS files, Linux iOS files, and you can work on the machine. Okay, you can install the machine and you can work on that. So there is no any fees involved. Okay, it's a free of cost. Okay, like CPUs, memory, and storage. Okay, the hardware system is a software directly manages the system hardware and resources like CPU, memory, and storage. Okay, the OS, okay, the operating system, the OS sits between the application and hardware to make a connection between your software, okay, and physical resources that do the work. Okay, that do the work. So the operating system, it sits between your application and hardware, so to work on your machine. Okay, this is, so if you want to learn in deeply, so you can go through the Google as well. So I prepared this notes to know about the Linux. So just in a short way, so the important points I picked up from the Google, and I'm going through it. Okay, Linux is a huge part. So in that I picked the which one will be the important one. Okay, so this much about the Linux is enough to learn the basic. Okay, this is about Linux. Okay, so what is a open source? See, Linux is a free. Open source means, in the sense, the free means their written code, whichever they have developed and written code, they kept it in open and free. Okay, the operating system. The Linux is a free and open source operating system released under general public license, that is GPL, general public. It released under this license, that is general public license. Okay, anyone can study, anyone can run, anyone can modify and redistribute their source code. Anyone can modify the code, and anyone can they redistribute this code, and they can make their own code, and they can redistribute their code. Okay, even sells and copies of this modified code, as long as they do under the same license. That means you can, with this same, under this same license, you can do the modifications and you can redistribute the source code. Okay, this is open source. Okay, why we need to learn the Linux? Okay, what is the use of Linux? Why Linux? Okay, Linux is a open source. We saw that. Okay, Linux is an open source, means they kept it in free. Okay, there is no any cost involvement. Freely you can download and you can start to work on it, and you can do your own code, and you can redistribute it, and you can execute the code, and you can modify the code. It's a open source and free. Okay, and it will provide the security, and it has stability. Okay, and you will get the community support as well. Okay, free, there is no any cost involvement. Okay, and DevOps, most of the tools implements on Linux. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, I took the Linux part in the first preference. Okay, further in further lecture we are going to cover this all DevOps tools. Okay, to learn this DevOps tools, the basic requirement is Linux. If you want to do automation with the DevOps tools, so you need to know about the basic Linux. Okay, that is main requirement. So okay, in further lecture we are going to cover all the DevOps tools. Okay, and you will do some projects on automation projects. Okay, yeah. This is next, customizable, and it has a reliability and runs on any hardware, which it will support to the any hardware. Okay, and different Linux distributions. Okay, Linux has its different distribution systems. Okay, like Fedora, Linux Mint, Red Hat, Enterprise Linux. Okay, Ubuntu, Debian based, and OpenSUSE, CentOS. Okay, Linux. Okay, and Elementary OS. These all are like various distribution systems. Okay, Linux, different distribution systems. In that we are going to see which is the most preferred in a IT industry. Which one is most preferred? Okay, these all are various different distribution systems. Okay, in most used Linux distributors currently in IT industry. Okay, that is RPM based, RHL, and CentOS. That is, we saw that here. Red Hat Enterprise Linux, that is RHL. Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, that is RPM based, and CentOS Debian based, that is Ubuntu server. There is no any much difference between the RPM based and Debian based. That depends on which operating system and which distribution system you will going to choose for your work. Okay, there is no any much difference. Okay, here we will see that one. So what is the difference between RPM based and Debian based? Okay, see, in Debian based, what you will do, you will use a apt-get method. Installation depends on using apt-get method. While in RPM based, what you will use, you will use the yum installation method. There is no any much difference between the RPM and Debian. So some syntax and commands will be differs according to their distribution system. Don't worry about these things. Once we will start in a practical, so then if you are a beginner, right? So if you are not getting what is RPM, what is Debian, what I am explaining here. Okay, if you are not getting, don't worry about those things. Okay, once we will start in a practical, so slowly you will get to understand. Okay, what is the exactly RPM and what is Debian. Okay, see, in a Debian, what it will use the Debian package repository. In RPM, it will use the RPM package managed repositories. Okay, the same thing. So nothing much difference between the operating system. It will use distributions, their distributions. Okay, which one you will choose? Okay, the difference between RPM and Debian is your choice. Okay, which one you will choose to work on a machine? That is the difference. If you want to work on a RPM, means if you choose the CentOS, and there is a yum installation method and everything, you need to start with the, while installing the package, you need to start with the yum method. Okay, this is yum method. You need to start with the yum method. So if you having that is Debian based like Ubuntu system, so if you are installing and deploying some packages means you need to use with the apt-get method, that is apt method. Okay, there is no any much difference. Okay, this is regarding about the first introduction part. So we'll see the next Linux directory structure. Okay, the second topic we'll see the Linux directory structure. What is the Linux directory structure? Okay. See, in a root directory, we'll see these each and every directory. What is the use of these things? Okay. In root directory, everything will be based on the root directory. Okay, only root user can have all the privileges to execute, read, write, execute, all privileges. Only root user can have all privileges. Under root user, so these all directories are there. Like we'll see this all directory. What is the etc, bin and sbin, dev, okay, and boot, root directory, home directory, everything, and that is library. Okay, and this is more point directory, media, and processor. Okay, these all things we'll see. Okay, here the root directory. What is the purpose and what is the use of the root directory? Okay, every single file and directory start from the root directory. Okay, and only root user has write privilege under this directory. Only root user have the write privilege. Okay, other they won't have the write privilege under this root directory. Okay, etc directory is it holds the configuration files. Okay, contains configuration files required by the programmers, required by programs. Okay, what all the requirement for the programs, the root etc directory will contain the configuration files. Okay, so bin binary, the user binary files. Okay, contain the binary executable file, and bin and sbin both are same. This both directory will contain the executable files. Okay, so the executable files are holding in this directory. Okay, the dev directory contains the device file. Okay, this includes terminal device, USB, or any device attached to the system. Okay, it will contains the all device files whichever attached to your system, that is like external USB or external hard disk or other things, or whatever you will attach to this your system. The dev directory, the device file will contain all this information. Okay, boot contains the loader. Okay, related files. The whenever your system will going to reboot. Okay, so the all load files it will contains. Okay, the loader related files. Okay, library contains the library files that support the binary located under sbin and bin. This executable files. Okay, what all executable files are holding in a bin and sbin. Okay, that all supporting binary files contains in a library files. Okay, mount, this is mount directory. Whatever the mount points, okay, that system admin will do, what all the mount file, that all files will be contained in the mnt directory. Okay, this is media, and in media directory it will contain the CD-ROM, floppy drives. Okay, and CD recorder, CD writer. These all floppy drive and CD-ROM and CD recorder for CD writer. These all information contains in the media file. Okay, this is processing. So all information about your system process. Okay, in a this PROC file, in this directory it will contain the processing information. Okay, I choose this information, so these topics, because this is for basic purpose. You need to know about all this information. So if I have choose these topics, so and the important the topic and important information I choose, and I prepared this PPT and document. So you can go to, if you want to learn the more things, and you can go through the Google also. So I won't going to prefer more theoretical part. So this information as a theoretical part we need to know. So that's why I choose only particular topics for the theoretical part. So in the next lecture, I will going to cover the basic commands. Okay, pwd command, cd command, ls command. Okay, the basic commands I will going to cover in the next lecture, and next lecture onwards, all the lectures will be on the practical based. So I hope this video, this lecture will be helpful to you guys. So if it's helpful for you guys, means please follow our all videos and lectures, and do yourself a practical as well. So I hope this much information is enough for today class. Okay, we'll meet in the next class with the basic commands. For up to now, good day to everyone. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you.